This video is about the RAND formula in Excel. The RAND formula generates random numbers between 0 and 1. The syntax is pretty simple. There are no arguments, so the formula is equals RAND, open parentheses, close parentheses. The RAND formula is also volatile, which means that the results will change every time the sheet recalculates or a cell is edited or deleted. You can see here that we have a box of random numbers, and the formula for each one is just equals RAND, open parentheses, close parentheses. And when I click the Calculate Now button, all of the formulas update. They'll also update whenever I press F9, as you can see here. And being a volatile formula, whenever a cell is edited or deleted, it will update as well. So I can type, say, 89 in this cell, and the formulas update, or I can delete this cell, and the formulas update as well. So that's how a volatile formula works. So just be sure to be careful if you use RAND in your spreadsheets and if any other cells are linked to that cell. Well, how else can you use RAND? Well, if you wanted to generate higher random numbers, you can just multiply it by whatever you like. So here we'll just type 100 and equals RAND multiplied by 100. And as you can see, this generates random numbers between 0 and 100. And if you only wanted whole numbers, you can use the int formula, which stands for integer. So here we'll just type int, open parentheses. And this formula is pretty basic. It only has one argument, the number that you want the integer of. So we'll just use the current formula that we have and close parentheses at the end. And as you can see, this generates random numbers between 0 and 100. Well, that's all well and good, but let's say you wanted to generate random numbers between two specific numbers and not just 0 and the upper limit. Well, if you have Excel 2007 or greater, you can use the RANDBETWEEN formula. And if you have 2003 or earlier, you can use another formula. It takes a little bit more effort, but it gives you the same result. Here we have a simple break-even analysis where we want to use random variable calls between a lower and upper limit. In this case, for variable 1, we want the cost to be anywhere from $5 to $10, and 3 and 8 and 12 and 15 for variables 2 and 3. So to do that, we'll just type equals RAND, open parentheses, close parentheses, multiplied by the higher limit minus the lower limit, close parentheses, and add back the lower limit. And as you can see here, as I hit F9 to recalculate, this generates random variables between the lower number 5 and the higher limit of 10. So we can just copy this formula down, and as you can see, this generates random numbers between our specified boundaries. And we can update these numbers whenever we want. So let's say variable 2, we wanted a tight limit of, say, between 7 and 8. And as I recalculate, you can see the numbers generated are between those boundaries. So that's it. The RAND formula is pretty easy to use. And as you can see, there are a couple workarounds to give you random numbers between the upper and lower limits that you specify. You can go to the website excelondemand.com and download this same spreadsheet to follow along. And also, it has a few other examples that I didn't go over, but you can follow along with those as well. It also has a test your knowledge section with all of the examples I went over and a few more that allow you to test your knowledge of the RAND formula. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. And if you know anybody that could benefit from what you just learned, please share this with them or just send them a link. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching.